let's explain Root. In my opinion, the best board game, or my favorite board game at least. It's awesome. Right. So, how do I explain the best? I think just going into a game. Doesn't really matter. I'll start off with Marquise, I guess. Right. So everyone has completely different ways to win. For the Marquise, which is the cats, I need to spend cards to build. Basically, you start off by building a keep, which is very, unique to this cat guy. It's basically your base, and if it dies, you cannot get it back. The base is used to, for example, if someone kills your warriors, you can spend cards to get guys to spawn back at the base. So if the base is gone, you can't do that anymore. That's what it's used for. So you pick either of the corners to build the base. Now as the cats, you can start your turn the first, which is different to other board games where you where your placement gets decided by a dice roll. No, with the cats, go first, then goes the other. They all have a specific turn. So cats always start first, always, and then the Woodland Alliance, which is the green guys here, they always start at a specific slot as well. So that's how that works. So we start off by choosing the keep, and then we place it. Well, as the cats, you're basically building workshops so you can craft cards. You're building recruiters to get guys out, and and you're building sawmills to get wood, and wood is used for crafting. Now, the Marquis, so the cats, they can do 3 actions. Well, basically, let's start off with Birdsong, Daylight, and Evening. Basically, that's your turn order. So Birdsong is always in the start. Then what happens is you get 1 wood at each sawmill. So if you build 4 sawmills at Birdsong, which is in the start of your turn, there's going to be 4 wood spawned. And that's how that works. Then, after Birdsong, you get the next phase, which is Daylight, and then you can do these actions here. So for the cats, first you can craft, and the way you craft is you have these cards at the left side. It has these little icons, in this case a bunny, a fox, and a mouse. So what this means is you need, well, for the cats to craft, you need a workshop in 3 of these zones. So you see all these zones in the map. Like this is a bunny right here, this is a fox right here, this is a mouse. So to craft this card, I would have to get a workshop in a fox clearing. So here, for example, in a bunny and in a mouse. So 3 workshops, and then I would be able to craft this card because it requires all 3. Now, there is a lot of cards as well that only require 1 bunny, 1 fox, 1 mouse, which means I need a workshop in that specific area to be able to craft it. So that's the crafting phase for the cats. Then you can take up to 3 actions, which is Battle, March, Recruit, Build, and Overwork. That is these things at the bottom here. So let's just continue this. I'm gonna put out my sawmill. Put it here, and then workshop, put it here, doesn't really matter at the moment. And then I can put out a recruiter, sure. Now I'm gonna just make them do their turns. Yo, Tort. Just quickly do their turns so I can go step by step with daylight actions. Also, the cats start out with warriors, like these cat heads. They're like my warriors, and the one represents the amount of warriors there are. So yeah, like I said, Birdsong, I get 1 wood. No cards to craft, because the second phase in the daylights is the second phase. It starts off with a craft. But I can't craft anything, because I said before, to craft this card, I would have to get a workshop in all 3 different kinds of clearings, which is hard to do as the cats. The cats have a really hard time crafting. Other factions can craft in easier ways, for example. So yeah, anyway, gonna skip that. So here is the daylight actions. At the bottom right, you can see there's 3 actions I can do. So either I can use move, I can build, I can recruit, but that can only be done once per turn. I can battle. I can also use a bird card. There is not only fox, mouse, and bunny cards. There's also bird cards, and the bird cards, they count for all. So they are any card. And in this case, the cats can use a bird card to get an extra action. Right? So there's 3 actions I can do now, but if I use a bird card, I can do a 4th. If I use 2 bird cards, I can get a 5th action, for example. So yeah, in the start you want to focus on building, of course, especially sawmills, because if you build sawmills, you get more wood in the start of the next turn. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna click build, and then we can build in any clearing that we rule. And to rule a clearing, you need to have more guys in the clearings. So any clearing that has, you know, me as the cats, has a higher number than anyone else, that means I rule it, and that means I can build there. So in this case, since the cat starts out like scattered all over the place, that's just default the way it is, you can basically build anywhere you are. So yeah, I could just build anything at the moment, but you want to focus on these sawmills first, so I'm gonna do that. Now the cool thing about sawmills is you can do this overwork thing. So depending on where the sawmill is, which is currently a fox clearing, I can do overwork, and I have to spend a card that is also a fox card in order to get extra wood out. So that is a way to get extra wood in the start. So if I do that, overwork, I can spend this card, and it will overwork here, and I get an extra wood, see? And now I can actually have 1 more turn left, and I can use that to build another thing. For example, I can build another recruiter here if I wanted to. And now, since I have a bird card, I could even use this Hawks for Hire to get another action. And then I can, for example, use it to recruit, and I get guys out at the recruiters. So if you have 4 recruiters, if you press recruit, you get 4 guys out, for example. And that's basically how the cats work. Is there anything I did not explain? I think I explained everything, right? So yeah, workshops, yes, yeah. Oh yeah, there's an evening phase. You can only have 5 cards in your hand maximum. So if for some reason you have 6 at the end, you need to discard 1. So that's quickly explained to cats. Let me just explain the next one, Vagabond. So the Vagabond plays completely different. He crafts in a different way. He cannot rule clearings because he's not really a warrior. So if I move into a zone and a cat moves into that too, that still means the cats own the place. So yeah. Anyway, at the Vagabond you can choose the guy you're gonna play with in the start, which is, you know, you're gonna pick it, and that's what you're attached to for the rest of the game. So if you pick this one, you can repair items, because you're gonna be, well, if someone fights a Vagabond, instead of losing warriors, you actually lose your stuff you can use. And yeah, if they fight you, you use swords to fight back, so the amount of swords will say how much damage you do. So if you have 3 swords, for example, and the guy attacks you with 3 guys, it's 3 versus 3, you know, for example. But you still do a dice roll that actually defines the number of damage you're gonna do. So even if you move in with 3 warriors, you attack a vagabond. The vagabond has 3 swords. There's a dice roll. 2 dice are rolled. The most you can roll is a 3. So if the guy rolls 0-0, nothing happens. You know, even though you attacked and there is 3 warriors. You know, that's how that works. So this guy can repair. Actually, during a daylight move, like normally as vagabond, you can either be in these forests or you can be in the clearings. In the forests, you're totally safe. Nothing can happen to you. And if you stay in the forest during a turn, basically in the start of your turn as a vagabond, you can choose to go to a forest or go to a clearing. If you go to the forest, you can't really do anything, but everything you have gets repaired. So you would only use that basically if you have stuff that needs repairing. But this guy, this ranger guy, he can actually repair using a torch. He can repair 3 items at the same time. The other way of repairing is using a crafting hammer. You can use that to repair 1 item. So yeah, this is the repair guy. Then there is the steal guy, where you can take a random card from a player. And then there is this guy that can get a card from the discard pile. Now it depends on where you are. So if you are at a mouse clearing, you can only get mouse cards out of the discard pile. If you are at a fox clearing, you can also only get a fox card out of the discard pile. But yeah, that's about it. Also, the starting items can be important. There is these boots. They are used to move. So you can activate a boots and then you can move to any connected clearing. Then there is these torches that are used for exploring. As a vagabond, there is these ruins here. And if you go there as a vagabond, you can click on explore. And then you get a random item. But you don't know what item it's gonna be. So there is 4 at the moment on this map where I can use explore and get a random item, which is either a bag, it can be a jug, it can be a coin case, it can be a sword, you know, it can be anything. Right. Then there is, yeah, weapon I already explained, like a sword that's used for fighting, battling. Then there is sacks. Every time you get a sack, you get 2 more inventory spaces. Because these are your default inventory spaces. There is 6. So if you get 7 items and you only have 6 spots, then you need to delete 1 card. But yeah, so you start off by choosing your guy. So I'm just gonna take this guy, right? And then you start off by selecting a zone you wanna start in. And it has to be a forest. Just gonna take this one. Right, so as a vagabond you have these quests as well. Quests give you 1 point in the start or 2 cards you can draw. Now, each time you complete a quest of the same color, every time you complete it again, you get more points. So the first time I complete a bunny quest, I get 1 point. If I complete another yellow bunny quest, I get 2 points, etc, etc. Now this is completely random which ones you draw though, so it could be 3 bunny quests you get in the start, or 2, or 1. So yeah, that's that. The way you complete it is bunny quests. You need to actually go to a bunny zone first. And if you're there, you can complete the quests if you have the items. So for this card, I need a torch and a jug in order to complete the quest. But I don't have a jug, you know? I don't have it, so I can't do that one. Can I do this one? 2 swords? No. I don't even have a single sword. So I can't do that one either. And then there's this quest. This is the only... no, actually I can't do any quests. I can't do any quests. So there's that. I need to be able to get a jug or a sword. Now, if other people craft craft. There is certain cards, as you can see, that also gives items. The guys that craft it get the item, but they can't do anything with it. It is solely meant for a Vagabond. Now, if they get the item, you're thinking, well, why do they get the item then? Well, we have to aid them in order to get the item. So at the left side here, you can see that the Woodland Alliance, that's the green guys, they have currently a hammer. To get that hammer, I need to be in a zone where they are. So in this case, they're here, here, and here. So if I move to a zone where they are, and I aid them, which is basically giving them a card, I can choose to get this hammer. And with the hammer, I can craft. And now, the cats needed workshops at specific areas to craft. Well, as the Vagabond, you just need more hammers. So this card, for example, costs 1 fox guy to craft it. So all I need is 1 hammer to be able to craft it. If it requires 2 fox ones, I need 2 hammers. You see? I do need to be at a fox clearing though to craft it. So there is that. So yeah, basically that crossbow is actually really good. So I might want to craft that because I can't do any quests anyway. Now exploring is also really good to do, which uses a torch. So what I want to do, basically on this turn, is explore, craft this card, and potentially aid this guy to get another hammer. And that would be pretty ideal, being able to do 3 things in 1 turn. So yeah, I can't do any quests. I can gift this guy. Also, if I aid him, my reputation goes up with them. Which you can see in overview here. Relationships, it's called. Basically, if I give them 1 card, I get 1 point. After that, I need to give them 2 cards in 1 turn to raise my reputation more. And then after that, in 1 turn, I need to give them 3 cards. And then my relationship with them is maxed. And then I get 2 points. And then every card I give after that gives me 2 points per card. So it's a bit of a struggle to get full relationship, but once you're there, every card you give them is 2 points. Whereas to raise your reputation, they don't give points until you're on the next step. So first it's 1 card to get extra points, then it's 2, and then it's 3. And then you're full, you're at max relationship. But if you attack warriors as the Vagabond with, if you attack the warriors, for example, with the Vagabond, then you actually get hostile with them. And that means that you don't get points. And you can't get points anymore. And also, if you want to move to their place, you have to have 2 boots instead of 1 to move. You cannot realize how confused I am? God. I'm trying my best to explain. So yeah, everyone plays differently. Everyone has a completely different game basically, but you're still playing on the same board game. So everything orange related is to cats. Right now, I am this guy. I am in the forest, because in the start, you start off in the forest. Like Rayman, you start off in the forest. So yeah, I'm still on my first turn. Like I said, I can't do any quests because I don't have the necessary items. I do not have 2 swords, I do not have the jug, and I need the jug and boots to be able to get this. I don't have the jug here either. So I can't do any quests. So what I want to do is explore in these ruins here to get more items. I also want to get this hammer. I get this hammer by gifting this guy cards. These guys don't have any items at the moment, because they have not crafted yet. Now the thing is, to craft this item here, all the cards actually, in my hand, I need fox. You see at the left side, there is this fox icon, so I need to be in a fox clearing to craft this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move here. Vagabond, in the start of their turn, they get a 1 free move that is connected to the place they're at. So I'm gonna move to this fox area here. I can explore here, I can gift the card to anyone, basically, because everyone is here. There is a blue guy here, there is an orange guy here, and there is a green guy here. So I could literally gift to everyone, but not that I'm gonna do that, but there is that. Okay, so my first free move is spent by moving here. Then I can do all these actions, and what I said is that I'm gonna explore, which uses 1 torch. So I'm gonna explore to get this item here. It's a bag, which means I get 2 more bag space. But that was completely random, which I was getting. Now, I said I needed to move to a fox clearing to craft this card. And I'm gonna craft this card because it gives a good item. It's a crossbow. It's kinda rare actually, so I was pretty lucky. Now, I could use... I could craft everything, because I'm at the fox clearing. I have 1 crafting hammer, and these all only require 1. As you can see, 1 fox thing at the left side of the card. Now I could craft all of them, but I can only do it once because I only have 1 hammer. 1 hammer is used for 1 craft, you know? So I can only craft 1 card. The card I'm gonna craft though is this one here. Because bird cards are generally like just, you know, way rarer and way better. So yeah, also crafting a card got me a point and the crossbow. So I can use this crossbow now to remove a piece in your clearing. So every piece, every token, if you kill them off, they give 1 point. This is a warrior. This is also a warrior. If you kill warriors, you don't get points. But if you kill off a token, this is a token, gives me 1 point. If I kill this workshop, 1 point. If I kill this sawmill, 1 point. If I kill this recruiter, 1 point. If I kill this roost, 1 point. If I kill the warrior, 0 points. But with this, I can basically freely remove this. It's just a free action. To get, you know, to get 1 point. Now, first, I actually kind of want the hammer, I think. Do I want the hammer? The thing is, if I want the hammer and give him a card, it needs to be either a fox card that I give him or a bird card, because a bird card counts for everything. So to get this hammer right now, I need to basically give him a bird card. Which is kind of powerful, but I can't really craft this one anyway anymore. As you can see, sold out, which means I can't craft it anymore. So I might as well just give it, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna press this 8 button, then I'm gonna press the green guy, and then I'm just gonna give him this card. When you give a card, you also need to exhaust one of your items here. It can be any item. So I could exhaust a bag. Because I have enough bag space anyway. Continue. And then I can grab the hammer. The hammer he had by crafting a card. So that gives me a hammer. And now I can basically craft this if I wanted to. Because I am at the fox clearing and I have another hammer. So I could craft this now if I wanted to. And if I craft this one, then in battle I can discard this card to ignore all rolled hits taken. So if I craft this and someone attacks me, and I don't have swords, so I can't fight back, I can choose to remove this card, and I don't get any hits. So I could do that, but I'm not gonna do that. So, we ate it, we explored, and now I can even use this strike to get a free point by killing this off. And I'm gonna do that. Oh, this was maybe not a good idea, but whatever. That's fine. Yeah, if you kill off a green token, you have to give them a card as well, which sometimes I forget. But yeah, anyway, this turn was pretty good. Like, we got a crossbow, we got a hammer, we got 4 points, and we did an explorer, you know, in 1 turn. That's actually insane. So now, if we wanted to, since we still have a boot, we could still move. Like, you use a boot to move, basically, as you can see. But since at the start of the turn you get a free move anyway, usually it's not really necessary to do it, so we're just gonna skip. So while they are playing, we're gonna look at our quests again to see if we can do any quests. Probably still not, yeah. Oh, did you see that? The birds just crafted a cart that gave them a teapot. Which is exactly what I need for this quest and this quest, right? As you can see. So what I want to do is I want to gift the blue guys one card to get the jug, and then I can do this quest, you know? Now I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna try to do this quest and not this quest, because a torch is kinda valuable. To me at least. Like a torch can be used to get a card out of the discard pile. So I could get any of these cards basically, if I'm at the right zone, by just spending a torch. The reason I can do that is because I took this guy, the Tinker, because he can use his torch to get cards out of the discard pile. So only because I chose him I could do that. But yeah, torches are also used for exploring to get these items here on the map. So that's kind of valuable anyway, so I kind of want to, you know, avoid doing that. So I rather do this quest and explore. That means I can do two things in one turn, rather than using this quest and basically not being able to explore anymore because I have to use the torch, you know? Right, so in the start of your turn, you have to refresh your items. By default, you can only refresh 3 of them. If you have more jugs, each jug gives you 2 more. So getting jugs is not only good for quests, but also good for, you know, refreshing your items. Because every time you use an item, you have to, you know, flip it. And since I flipped 4 of them last turn, I only have 3 I can refresh. But in this case, it doesn't really matter because I don't need this bag. I don't need the space in my bag, so I'm just gonna refresh these and keep the bag unrefreshed. As you can see here, it's still a great border. So I can still do the full max, you know, potential right now. Now, I'm only on 1 card, and I saw earlier that I could get this card here. Which gives me a coin case. This coin case gives me an extra card draw at the end of my turn. I kinda want that because I'm only on 1 card. Now, this card uses, you know, I need 2 crafting hammers to craft this, and I need to be at a bunny zone. So I'm gonna try and do this, I think. Yeah, because I can't do any quests right now anyway, unless I gift the blue guy. So let me see if I can do everything I want to do. So I kinda want to get this card. Now to get this card I need to be at a mouse clearing, because this is a mouse card. And then to craft it I need to be at a bunny clearing as a vagabond. I know it's really confusing. But if I do that I get 3 points and extra card draw at the end. So it is kinda worth it. Because I'm only on 1 card. Okay, so let's see here. I want to be at a mouse clearing. Then I want to use my torch to get that card. So let's start with that. And then afterwards I want to move to a bunny clearing to actually craft it. So first I need to be at a mouse clearing. So I can go here, or I can go here with my free move, or I can go here. And then afterwards I need to go to a bunny. So I think what I'm gonna do... Wait, what clearing is this? Also bunny, okay. So I think I'm gonna move here and then here to get to the bunny clearing. So I'll start with using my free move here. Then I'm gonna do this this ability, get the card I wanted, right? Okay, so now I have that card, and now I can move to a bunny clearing and craft it because I have 2 hammers. See? Boom. Which gives me 3 points and a coin case. This coin case gets me extra cards. And now I can actually attack this token as well, which is kinda OP, honestly. It's kinda bad for the cats that I can just, you know, freely remove tokens here. So I'm probably gonna do that. That's the only thing I can do, yeah, at the moment. So I'm just gonna do that. Oh, well, yeah, you have to kill warriors first. Well, whatever, that's fine. So next turn, I can freely kill this, basically. Right, let's check our quests again. Okay. Is this a roguelite or a board game? A board like... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Right, so I still can't do any quests unless I give a card to the birds to be able to get the teapot. Now the birds are pretty far away. They're here and they're here. So unless they move closer to me, I will have to use a boot to actually get to them. And I'm gonna have to do that if I want that jug. But maybe I don't want that jug. Let's see what I have here actually. Yeah, crafting is not it's not really an option next turn either. After the next turn I get 2 cards, which is then I get 5, so spending a card isn't really that necessary either next turn. So I think I'm just gonna explore. I think I'm just gonna explore somewhere. Or maybe use the boots to actually get the jug. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Yeah. So first I'm gonna get some cards to refresh. Now I'm gonna try to move here. I can actually get the strike to kill off this thing for 1 point. So I want to get the strike thing. I need a boot. And I need a torch to explore. Right? Yeah, that's what I need. So I'm gonna move here. Then I'm gonna use one movement thing. Wait. Oh, right. I didn't think about that. Because I attacked this thing here, it is now hostile with them, and since there is cats here, I need to use 2 boots to move there. Fuck. Kinda forgot about that. God, that sucks. Okay, we're just gonna check if I can get any cards here. I can get another coin case, actually. I could get another coin case. Do I want that? Oh, I just accidentally took a card. Fuck. Anyway, I think we're kinda done anyway explaining this for now. I think we should move on to the next one. I think I explained everything at least. Yeah, so you have items, you have the bag. Every time you use an action, you flip the item. You have quests you want to do. Every time you complete a red quest, the next red quest will give you more points. Same with the others. Yeah, you can use the strike to kill off tokens, so I could just kill this one off for free. I get 1 point every time I kill a token. And then you can gather jugs. Every time you gather another jug, you get another refresh. So at the moment I have 5 flipped icons here to the left. So if I would get this jug here, next turn I can refresh 5 items, so I can refresh them all. So you want to get like bags, jugs, card draw, basically fast if it's possible. But yeah, that's about it for the Vagabond. Let me move to the next one now. Let's see. Eerie, sure. Now the Eerie play completely different again. You may have guessed it. Completely different. The Eerie, the way they craft items is basically they need to build a roost. So currently there is a roost at a mouse clearing, as you can see. There is a roost here. That means I can craft cards that cost 1 mouse. If I have a roost in bunny as well, I can craft a card that, for example, uses a bunny and a mouse. If I have a roost in 2 bunny clearings, I can craft a card that needs 2 bunnies. You see? So currently, it's actually insane. I can craft every card in my hand because they only require 1 mouse, and I already have a mouse clearing with a roost. Now, crafting isn't really that good as the Eerie anyway, so that doesn't really matter that much. Now the Eerie, they have to do everything at the bottom right here every turn. So the way you start your turn is by... That's also another thing you have to do every turn. You have to at least put 1 card in recruit, move, battle, or build. Which basically means that I need to move every turn. I need to build every turn, currently. If I can't do that, I'm gonna lose points and I'm gonna lose the leader I took in the start. So you're gonna lose points and then you need to pick a different leader. And there's only 4 leaders you can pick in the start. All of them act a little bit different, like the Vagabond guy I picked, but this is like with the birds. So the guy I have now requires for me to build every turn and move every build, so I'm gonna try and do that. Now, if I put a red card in battle, I need to battle at a fox clearing, at a red clearing every turn, which is a bad idea. Like, if I put a mouse card here, I need to battle at a mouse point every turn. Now, if I put a bird card there, I have to battle every turn, but I can pick anywhere I want. So if you want to battle, the best card to, you know, assign here is a bird card, but I don't have a bird card right now. So my base at the moment is at a mouse clearing. So for me, the best thing I can do now is just use a mouse card at recruit. I could use another one, but you don't have to. You can use 2 per turn, but you have to use 1 per turn. So I'm just gonna stick with this. Next. Then, like I said, I could craft all of this, but I don't really care at the moment. So yeah, and then, after crafting, you start with your things. So first you have to recruit, then you have to move, then you have to battle, and then you have to build. So, in order to build, you need to rule a clearing. Now, as a bird, if you have the same amount of warriors, you still rule it. That's the only faction that has that. So all I need is a tie. So if I move 1 warrior there, I could already build there. If I move 1 warrior here, I can build there too. So I have to build. So if I just stay in this area, I will not be able to build at all. Because I have to build this turn, you know, and it has to be in an empty, like, in the clearing, has to have like this empty square here. So right here, for example, I can build unless I destroy these, you know, these icons. Like here I can build twice, here I can build once, twice, once. Now this ruin is actually, you know, for the Vagabond, is covering one of the spots you can build. So if the Vagabond explores here, it gets rid of the ruin and you can build another building there. That's how that works. So what I want to do is I need to recruit at a mouse clearing, and I'm at the mouse, so I'm gonna recruit 1 here. Then I need to move, and then afterwards I need to build. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move to the left here with like 3 guys. It doesn't really matter. And then the next turn is building, and I'm gonna build here. So every turn I will need to build, otherwise I will lose points and I need to choose a different leader. So now I can already look at my cards. I have a lot of fox cards. So I need to think, what am I gonna do? Because I will need to put 1 card towards the thing, you know? So there is a fox clearing here and there is 1 here. So what I could do is I could assign a move degree to a fox. So I have to move here or here. That's what I'm gonna do now, I think. Yeah. Let me think. Yeah. So I'm gonna put this to move. That means every turn I have to move in a red zone. Right? Can I craft anything? No, I'm not gonna do that. So recruit again at the mouse. Then move. I can just move here. I'm gonna move here with 4. And then I have to move in a red zone. And I'm just gonna move them back. Or well, I could also move down already, actually. Might as well do that, actually. Yeah, sure. And then I have to build. I can build here. And now I got a bird card, which is good. Also, I get more card draws the more roosts I have. But yeah, that's how birds work. You have to do all these actions every turn. I'm gonna show you now what happens if you can't do all the actions next turn. That's the only thing I still need to show. Alright, Vagabond. Yo, Panic! Thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Awesome. Alright, Vagabond, hurry up, buddy. Alright, so now it's my turn. Now I'm gonna show you what a bad move is. For example, how can I actually make myself lose here? Okay, I already know. I'm just gonna do build twice with reds. So what I need to do now is to survive this round, I need to recruit in the mouse clearing, I need to move from a fox zone and any zone, and I need to build in 2 fox areas, and I need to build in any area I can choose. So I need to build 3 times this turn in order to survive, but it's never gonna happen. So I need to recruit here, then I need to move from any zone, and then from a red zone, and then I need to build in 3 clearings. So I can do 1 here, and now I can't do anything anymore because I'm supposed to be building in 2 more red zones, but I can't. So I need to, you know, I need to continue. And that means I failed, so I lost points, and I lost the leader, the one I chose at the start of the game. So yeah, turmoil, and then there is only 3 left. In the start I could pick 4, now there is only 3 left. So I'll show you now what the others do. Basically, this one starts off with 2 bird cards, 1 to move and 1 to recruit. So with this one, by default, I need to move once in any clearing and recruit once in any clearing. But it also has an effect here. Ignore your disdain for trade when you craft. This charismatic guy, I need to battle every turn and I need to recruit every turn. And I can place 2 warriors instead of 1 if I recruit. And then this one, I have to move every turn and I have to battle. And if I do a battle, I get an extra hit. So that's how they work. The guy I just, you know, disposed of, he gets 1 extra point when killing off tokens, I think it was. So yeah, that's the birds. And then there is 1 more. There is the Woodland Alliance now. This is the green guys. Let me explain you the green guys. So the green guys, once again, they play completely different, believe it or not. So the green guys, they have sympathy, which is these green tokens you saw me kill off by the Vagabond. Like if I was the Vagabond, I killed off these green tokens. So that's sympathy. For the Woodland Alliance to craft, it uses sympathy. So if I have a sympathy token at 1 fox sting, I can craft a card that requires 1 fox sting. To craft this card, I need 3 foxes, which means I need to have a sympathy and 3 fox clearings. So I would need a sympathy here, for example, here and here. And for example here, to have 4, it doesn't matter. Then I can craft this. So Woodland Alliance is actually pretty easy to craft with, because you can spread sympathy pretty fast. Right, so their turn order starts off with revolting. Now, the way you... Basically what a revolt is you transfer, or you convert 1 sympathy into a base. Now to do that, you need to have a sympathy token somewhere, and you have these supporters. Currently I have 3 supporters, I can also see them here. There is 3 fox supporters right here. Basically, if you have sympathy on the map, and there is a warrior moving into a zone that has your sympathy, they need to give one card in their hand to your supporter stack. So yeah, actually as a Woodland Alliance, you have 2 set of cards. Right? So if they move into a zone that has a sympathy token, they have to give you a card of the matching clearing. So if you're in the red zone and you have a sympathy in a red zone, and someone moves into that zone, they have to give a red card. If they don't have a red card, they have to give a bird card. If they don't have a bird card or a red card, they have to take 1 card from the top of the drawing pile and give that. So there is that. If they kill off a token, they also have to give you a card. Exactly the same way. So, for example, if they move into a red zone that has a sympathy token, they have to already give you a card. Well, the supporter card. And if they kill it off, another one. And then it you know, your supporter stack keeps increasing. However, there can only be so many supporters. There is a maximum amount. I think it was 5 or 6. Now, to increase that amount, you need to revolt and build bases. So the way you do it, the way the turn order starts, is first you revolt, but in the first turn you can never revolt. Then you spread sympathy. So this is the revolt turn. I can't do it because I don't have any sympathy tokens. So next, then I need to spread sympathy. The way you spread sympathy, here it gives you the cost. The first sympathy you put costs 1 supporter. The second one also 1. The third one also 1, because it says here the cost. Then the fourth one costs 2 sympathy. The seventh one costs 3 sympathy. Or supporters, sorry, supporters. Now I have 3 here. Fox ones, which is actually kind of bad, honestly. So what I could do is I could spread 1 sympathy here, and then I have 2 more because I have 3 here in the start, and then next turn I can revolt there if it's not killed off. Because to revolt you need 2 supporters and a sympathy token at the matching clearing, if that makes sense. Probably not. So if I have a sympathy, a green token here in the top left, and I have 2 Fox supporters here, I will be able to revolt and make a base out of it the next turn. But people can kill it off, and since you need to revolt in the start of your turn, and only spread sympathy afterwards, you cannot spread sympathy and then revolt. No, it has to be the opposite, opposite way. So you basically have to spread sympathy, then have the supporters, and then hope people are not gonna kill your base off. So as a Woodland Alliance, you can revolt in a bunny, fox, and mouse clearing. Only once though, because you can only have 1 base per, different type of clearing. So if I revolt here in this fox clearing, I can't do it anymore in another fox clearing, until the people kill it off, and then I can, if they kill your base, you can revolt there again. But anyway, that's that. You get more card draw with the Woodland Alliance. Every time you build a base, you can get more card draw. And as you can see, spreading sympathy in the start doesn't cost much, but then over time it builds up. But then we still have a lot to explain, because with Woodland Alliance in the evening phase, you can actually start recruiting officers and stuff and get guys out as well if you have a base, basically. So I need to really try to get a base out as fast as I can. Now during your turn, you can convert the cards in your hand to cards in your supporter stack. So if I want to revolt at a fox clearing, I need to make sure I will have 2 supporters at it, and just hope they don't kill off the sympathy. So right now I have 3 fox sympathy. Now, if you spread sympathy, in the start you can choose where you do it, as long as you have the correct supporters. So right now I can only do it at a fox clearing, right? Because I only have fox cards in my supporters here. But in the start you can choose. After you place down the first one, it has to be connecting. So if I place it at the top here, I will only be able to place here, here, and here, because there is only roads connecting to that. Now, since I only have fox supporters, if I start here, I will not be able to spread it any further, because there is no connecting fox clearing, as you can see. I only have fox supporters, I can only place it in fox clearings, but since it needs to be connected, I cannot do it. So I'm actually just gonna restart my game, because this is so rare when this happens, honestly. Normally you have a few different ones. So I'm just gonna restart. Let's see what I get now. The left side here, we're gonna be able to see it soon. What am I gonna get? Let's see. Okay, so now I have a bunny and 2 fox clearings. I guess I like that more. So, first I place it at a bunny, and then I can place another one at a fox clearing, for example. Now the first sympathy you place doesn't give any points, as you can see here, but the second one gives you 1 point, the third one gives you 1 point, the fourth one gives you 1 point, and then it starts racking up really nicely. So if you can have 4 sympathy up on the board and you place another one, you get 2 points, you know? And so on and so on. So now what I'm thinking is, since the first 3 cost only 1 sympathy and I have 2 bunny cards in my hand, I want to try and spread my sympathy to 2 bunny places, or like to at least 1 bunny place, and then I can mobilize, which means putting your cards from here to your supporters in order to revolt next turn. So let's do that. Let's start by spreading it here, and then at a fox clearing, and I can even do this one too, because it's also connecting. So now I have 3 sympathy up, and now we moved to the next phase, and the only thing I can do now is mobilize. Because to craft I need to either have sympathy in 2 bunny clearings or 1 in mouse clearing, right? So what I'm gonna do is what am I gonna do? This card is actually a really good card for crafting too. Because in the evening phase, as Woodland Alliance, you're pretty limited in moves you can do. But this card gives you a free move, which is this is a really good card for Woodland Alliance if I craft it. But I will need to have 2 sympathy tokens in bunny clearings, and I only have 1 right now, so I can't craft it. But I also need a mobilize cards to be able to spread more sympathy or revolt, right? Because to revolt you always need 2 of the same type, and to spread sympathy it depends on the cost here. 2 supporters for you know, for 1 point here. To spread the next one I need 2. To spread the one after that I need 2. To spread the one after that I need another 2, and then from then on I need 3. So yeah, it's a kind of question what I'm gonna do now. I think I'm just gonna, let's see. I think I'm just gonna mobilize everything except for this one, because I really wanna, yeah, I really wanna craft that one, I think. So yeah, I just converted cards from my hand to my supporters, and I'm just gonna end my turn. So let's see what they do. Let's see if they kill off my sympathy here. If everything goes well, I don't think I'll be able to do much. Also, if you put a bunny card to here, it counts as anything. As always. So next turn it's already mine, actually. Now there is 4 birds here, right? At a bunny clearing. And they have a battle decree, so they need to battle every turn. So if I spread sympathy here, the birds are 100% sure gonna battle here. Which means they remove the token, which means I can't craft this card. So that's a bad thing for me. Honestly. So it's better to spread it here if I could. So yeah, once again I can't revolt because I need to have 2 supporters of the same kind and a sympathy token there. So I can't revolt. And I can't spread sympathy either because I don't have the necessary cards. Also, if there is 3 or more warriors, you have to, you know, have an extra card to be able to spread sympathy there. So the more warriors there are, the more cost as well. So I can't do that either. What I can do now is I could craft this, but I'm not gonna do that. And I'm actually gonna mobilize this. And that means I have a bird here, a bunny, and a fox. But a bird also counts as a bunny. So if nobody kills this bird or like this bunny off, next turn, I can revolt. If nobody kills off this one, I can revolt. Or if nobody kills off this one, I can revolt. So it's very, very likely that I'll revolt next turn, unless they literally kill all of them here. Right? Okay, so I'm just gonna skip. So if I revolt here, I can actually spread sympathy pretty easily here. As well. And that means I have 2 bunny sympathies too. Which means I can craft this card to get an extra move. Because this card is pretty good. So let's see what happens. Let's see if they kill off my stuff. Basically, the cats will be able to kill it off pretty easily. However, they only have 3 actions per turn. So they would need to battle every single token to be able to stop me from revolting. Also, what they just did... Oh yeah, see? So okay, they're battling. Okay. So that means I get 1 fox card or a bird card from them. Okay, it's a fox card. And now it's my turn. And I could actually revolt in 2 places now, as you can see. Because I have 2 fox supporters, a bunny, and a bird. So I could revolt here or there. I think here is better. Also, revolting means you kill off all the guys. Oh yeah, I could literally revolt anywhere, right? Yeah. The thing is, if I spread sympathy, which is only costing 1 right now, I can spread it here. And then I can craft this, because then I have a sympathy and a bunny, and here too. So I think I'm gonna do that. Oh wait. Oh, I forgot, because of the keep. The keep actually prevents you from spreading sympathy. You can't place any tokens in there, I guess. Ah, fuck. Okay, I fucked up. That's alright though. Ah, plans ruined. Okay. I'll just go here. Okay, what am I gonna do next? I think I'm putting way too much effort on crafting this card, actually. Probably. Probably. Yeah, I'm gonna mobilize this. And then just continue. Now, since I have a base, I can start recruiting warriors and doing moves. Now, I only have one officer. To get more officers during the daylight, which is the previous turn, you need to put 2 cards towards an officer to get another turn here. So if I get 3 officers, I can do 3 turns here in the evening. If I get 4 officers, I can do 4 turns. Now, if you get an officer, you lose a warrior. So if you get 7 like 7 officers, you can do 7 turns in the evening, but you will only be able to get 1 warrior out or 2 warriors out. So you want to have like a sort of balanced way of the amount of warriors and the amount of moves or like officers. Right. I'm thinking of moving. What's gonna happen here? Should I move this warrior here? Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So what you can do in the evening too is spread sympathy by using a warrior, and it doesn't cost any supporters. So it's, you know, these sympathy costs are irrelevant. So what you want to do usually is keep the officers to spread sympathy and use supporters in the start to spread sympathy. Probably is not making any sense, but that's what you want to kind of do. So in the start you spread sympathy by using supporters, and since the evening actions only costs moves to spread sympathy, you want to do that instead, because you know you're not paying anything for it then. Alright, so now it's my turn. Can't revolt, that's fine. I can, however, spread more sympathy because I have enough mouse cards. So I'm gonna spread it here, that's fine. So now I can actually make an officer because I have 2 bunny cards. I might actually as well do that, I guess. Yeah, so in the start I put way too much attention to this crafted card, but that's fine. Fuck it. Okay. So let me get another officer. And gonna skip. Now I'm just gonna gonna train one here to defend that. And then what you actually want to do is convert to a sympathy, but this is the keep, so you can't really convert to sympathy there, so I fucked up again. You know, I'm still learning too. But yeah. The Woodland Alliance is probably like, you know, I guess the hardest to play, I would say. Probably. You have so much shit you can do, you know? Basically. So yeah. But yeah, once in the evening phase, as the Woodland Alliance, you can recruit, you can move, you can battle, and you can use this organize to be able to convert 1 warrior into sympathy. But since my warriors are already at places there are sympathy, and well, in the keep you can't really place tokens anyway. So I would need to kill the keep first to be able to do that. But yeah. That's about it, I think. So yeah, is there any questions? A million questions. Actually, there is one more thing I need to explain. There is dominance as well. So normally a game lasts until you get 30 points. But there is dominance cards you can claim. And if you use a dominance card, depending on which dominance card it is, one dominance will tell you need to rule 3 mouse clearings. And to rule 3 mouse clearings, you need to, you know, for example, rule this one, and rule this one. which means you need to have a lot of warriors out. And then, if you claim it, and at the next turn you still rule them all, you instantly win. But you can only do this if you have at least 10 points. So if you have 10 points, and you rule some clearings, or you will be able to rule clearings, you can just put out the dominance card, and if nobody fucks you over, you win. So it's a very quick way to win. But as a Woodland Alliance guy, dominance is not really a good way to win. Because, you know, you can't really get warriors out quick. Whereas as the cats, look at this. Like, the cats are really easy to get dominance with, and so is the birds. Because the birds send out a lot of guys too. As the Vagabond, you don't have any warrior, but instead of, you know, if a Vagabond uses dominance, they can actually join the person with the least points at the time, and if that race wins, they win too, so they form a coalition. So in this case, I would be forming a coalition with the birds, because they have the least points, if I was a Vagabond. And then if the birds win, you win too. So you basically work together then to win. And that's how you win as the Vagabond with a dominance card. So yeah, that's about